It's been chilly in Chile, but this morning we woke to glorious skies, but muddy conditions out in the stages. The fans are ready. Let's go rallying. Here we go. Shakedown underway for the Rally BíoBío Chile. Who was quickest in Shakedown? Well, it's that man, Oit Tanak. He's won here twice, 2019 in the Toyota, 2023 in the Ford. Can he make it? 3 out of 3 for manufacturers in the Hyundai. Second quickest through, though, it is that man, Kalle Rovanperä. Big question still over Rovanperä's abilities to get the most out of these new hand-cooked tires. He looked good, though, in Paraguay a couple of weeks ago. Could this be another good event for Kalle Rovanperä? And third quickest through, well, it's our championship leader. It is Elfyn Evans. Evans, big job for him to do on Friday here. Plenty of road cleaning, but that rain that we saw out there yesterday, could that help him in his quest to retain the championship lead heading into the tarmac rally, the ever so crucial tarmac rally? CR. Well, this is the man who is absolutely on form just now. Sebastian Ogier, how impressive was he just a week or so ago in Paraguay? No question, he dominated the field. He was the quickest driver out there. He fought back from an impossibly difficult situation to take the win there. Yes, we all saw his reaction at the final stop line. He was disappointed. He was disappointed that he didn't get what he deserved. Will he make up for that this weekend? There's every chance he will. Fifth quickest through, Adrian Formeau, another man who was caught out by the rain in that power stage in Paraguay, dropping him down 2 places. Formeau has looked quick this season. He's led 5 or 6 rallies so far this year. He needs to convert that to a win. Sixth quickest through, Sammy Pyre. Again, another man who looks strong on the Friday in Paraguay. Good progress this year from Pyre, particularly on the gravel. He's looking more and more like potentially a podium contender. Seventh quickest through, Takasan. Whoa. Paraguay was one to forget for Takasan. He needs to stop that yo-yo effect. Bad to good to bad to good. He needs to find a level consistency, and this is where that quest really does begin. Top 5 for me, good result for Takasan. Let's see how he gets on this weekend. And 8th and 9th quickest through, it's Josh McErlean in the M Sport car, Gregoire Munster in the second of the M Sport cars. Munster is the man who the pressure is on this weekend. A first stage calamity in Paraguay, not to be repeated here. And surprisingly, slowest through potentially of our regulars is Thierry Neuville. Well, look at this, a spin in Shakedown. What a difficult season this has been for Thierry Neuville and Martin Vidaga. They will be hoping that they can put things right here. They do have the opportunity. Road cleaning on Friday may well give him that edge he needs to push for the win here. And how good is it to see the Hellers back in WRC in a Rally 1 car? It's Alberto Heller. He will, for sure, keep the local fans mighty entertained.
We can be relatively confident about our speed at the moment. I really love the profile here, love the stages. Last year the speed was good also here. It was missing some little things to put it together, but yeah, I'm excited to start this race and confident we can keep doing the same.
We never thought you'd come this far into the season without taking a win. Why isn't it happening yet, Thierry? Have you managed to put your finger on it? Is it just a number of circumstances? What is it?
No, I think generally very, very difficult. I don't get the good feeling in the car like I had before. We obviously, with the tires, had some difficulties in the beginning of the year as well. The few events where I could have won, we punctured, and especially also Finland, where we would have been on the podium. And then events like Gran Canaria, and so on, who made it very challenging. I mean, at the end, me and Oit were fighting the championship last year, and this year we are fourth and fifth.
Starting second on the road, as we have seen past, it's not easy to start from the front here. Friday is the day where it's the most cleaning. So yeah, I think the thing is to be fast on Friday still. Try to stay in a good position on Friday to have the good place for Saturday and Sunday, and then then you can start to fight back.
In Paraguay, probably we were a bit behind, and we had some struggles there. But anyhow, I mean, it was a tough rally, and the target is to turn around for here. So.
Are you expecting tyre management to be an issue again this weekend with the Hancooks?
I guess we will see all kind of conditions with the forecast we have at the moment and the weather we've had this week. You know, it's probably changing from day to day, even from loop to loop. So hard to predict, but yeah, we definitely hope that it's it's less lottery with the punctures than we had in Paraguay.
It's your first time here. How has your preparation been for the event?
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one. I tried to look as much on boards as possible before coming. We kind of made a set of notes, base notes off Friday stages. More so because it's quite narrow, quite, let's say, straight compared to Saturday and Sunday, where you can't really see from the onboards to proper lines. So it was a good help in recce to have some sort of baseline. But yeah, the first day of recce in the fog was quite demanding. Basically not seeing the road as much, and it's a lot of work in the evenings to try look at previous year's onboards to see if the notes make sense, and hopefully we can make that make sense.
You know what you've got to do this weekend.
Yeah, 100%.
Tell me how you go about it. You know, it's easy to know what to do. Sometimes it's difficult to actually strategize how to achieve it.
It's for sure it's not this straightforward. It's straightforward on the paper, but you know, the thing is I don't have to win, depending on how the others do, of course. So let's see how it plays out a little bit during the weekend. I think, you know, if Roussel wins, I have to be third. Then I know I win the championship.
Well, there we go. Some really great images from Shakedown this morning. Some interesting words from our drivers there, Al. It does look as if maybe once again tyre wear, tyre conservation could well be a big issue. Maybe that might decide the outcome of this event once again.
It could be, but it's also in combination with the weather, because it's very significant that Hankook has added not just 4, but the potential for 8 extra soft tyres to choose from for allocation. So if it stays dry, yes, certainly abrasion on some of the more packed stages that we see on Saturday, for example. That was where, it was a couple of years ago in Maria Las Cruces, the Toyota suffered very high degradation, ended up in a world of trouble. But if it rains, suddenly everything flips on its head. The thing with the Hankook feels that its soft tyre has a wider operating window than the hard, and potentially compared to the Pirelli soft of the past, that it's a versatile tyre. So really the headache now that they're facing is, what selection do I go for? Do I risk it? Do I think, do I go for the hards because I think it's going to be abrasive, or do I think a bit of rain's going to fall and the temperatures are low, and I need the extra grip of the soft? It's going to be a difficult balance to strike.
I think it really is. And I'll tell you why I think it's going to be a difficult balance. Because as Al mentioned there, soft, hard compounds, Saturday in particular, we have those incredibly abrasive stages. What we're hearing is that Saturday lunchtime-ish into the afternoon, we may well get once again some quite significant rainfall. A little bit of weather.
It's very appropriate that we're at a casino for
Well, it is.
the service
Rolling
park,
the dice.
because
Who's
it's going to be a
gonna
roll of the dice
dice?
with tyre selection this week.
I like that, Big Al. I really do like that. Do you know what? We don't have to say an awful lot about the Toyotas. Your Toyota obviously heading potentially for their 103rd victory in the championship, to move one ahead of Citroën to potentially become arguably the greatest manufacturer in the history of the championship. We don't have to say a lot about that car because we know how good it is. If Hyundai are to delay the almost inevitable in terms of this next win, their car has to perform here, Al. It has gone reasonably well in these conditions in the past, but what's your feeling about the 2025 car this weekend? Is there enough there for particularly Tanak, maybe for Formo, and who knows, maybe even.
It's difficult to
Thierry.
say because I was surprised that Oit towards the end of Paraguay was maybe a little bit unsatisfied with the car. He spoke at the final media zone on Sunday about when we asked him about team orders, he said, forget team orders, I need more from the car, not from the team shuffling things around, which was a little bit of a surprise because remember earlier in the season on the gravel rounds, the Hyundai actually at times looks like the faster of the two cars.
Oh, I
but
think there's no question about that.
Yeah.
It is in terms of, well, it depends on how we define faster. You know, in terms of top speed, it is faster. And I can't remember, it may have been Paraguay on a long straight heading into one of the finishes. Top speed of the Toyota, relatively low, 188 kilometers an hour, flat out. Top speed of the Hyundai was approaching 200, 198, 199. But it's not all about the top speed. It is a quick car. It's how that car handles. And what we heard from Neuville and from Tanak, that rear end, look what I'm doing with my elbows here. The rear end just at times was completely unpredictable. It would snap out, bang, one way, the other way.
And you can't push without consistency.
Really
You
difficult
can't
to
push
commit.
without consistency.
Really
You
difficult.
cannot commit, exactly.
And what do we think? Do we think, are we going to get another Paraguay situation where it took a little while to get the right setup for Hyundai? They can't afford that again here. They've got to be on
it's
it
happened
from
too many
Friday
times
morning.
this season where they've just been searching. It's FX talked about it the last one. They were having to treat Friday morning like FP1, afternoon FP2, and
That's not good enough.
you can't be doing that every rally. You've
Not
got to
good
get
enough.
it right out of the box. Hopefully they have, because the road position advantage potentially here could be very big. If it stays dry, the level of sweeping
On
will
Friday
come
morning,
into play.
enormously. And you know what? If that Hyundai is dialed up and dialed into these conditions this weekend, it's a huge opportunity. And you wouldn't bet against a 1, 2, 3 for Hyundai if this is an enormous if that car on Friday morning is capable of giving those drivers the advantage that the road position should give them. It's that time. I'm going to give you a second to contemplate, to consider your 1, 2, 3 for the weekend.
That's a tough one. I said it on Spin the Rally Pod. I'm going to stick to my original prediction. Tanak first, Ogier second, Gullah third.
Well, I'm kind of going to go for a similar. I'm going to go for Ogier for the win. I'm going to go for Tanak for second place. And I'm going to put Formeau in third place this weekend. I think it's going to be a decent weekend for Hyundai. But I do believe that Toyota will take that historic 103rd win. Don't forget, folks, the place to go for extra content from every round of the World Rally Championship. More in-depth coverage, more involved insights. It is Club DirtFish at Patreon. We did a fantastic walk around the remote service this morning to give our Club DirtFish members a feel for what to expect this weekend. You can have a little bit of that as well. Juha Kankinen gave us a wonderful interview just last week in Paraguay. That is on our playlist at Club DirtFish. It's all there, folks. Go and have a look. Press that link there. It'll take you through to Club DirtFish on Patreon. Subscribe and come and join us. Join in the debate and enjoy the extra coverage that we are providing for all our members of Club DirtFish. Folks, it is one of my favourite weekends of the year, Rally Chile. It's given us a whole load of drama, action and incidents over the years. It all kicks off tomorrow morning. We're heading towards that first stage. Join us there, folks. It's going to be a cracker.